What up guys, Sonbeek here from the 5 Reasons Sports Network, and it's been a little bit since I made a video, so I wanted to give you guys an update on the Panthers and their situation right now. So they're off for a couple days now after Saturday. They had a big win over Toronto. I was saying this to somebody the other day, this is the first time the Panthers have showed up to a big regular season game in a very long time, probably since the last time they made the playoffs in 16. They kind of made it scary there towards the end of the game, but they came out jumping. They got up 7-1 midway through the second period, and it was something that we have not seen from the Panthers, and something that we've seen that shows, okay, maybe this team is what it's meant to be, because points wise, standings wise, we expected them to be a little bit better, as right now they're flirting with a wild card spot and third place in the Atlantic Division. To give you their current standing, they are 1 point back of a wild card spot with a game in hand, and then 1 point back of Toronto for third place of the Atlantic Division, with 1 game in hand right now, 2 games in hand, depending at the end of today. They could be 3 points back depending on the result of Toronto's game tonight. So it's a good spot for the Panthers to be in right now. They've been playing really well as of late, the past 2 games. Well, we would want to start seeing some consistency here. This is their next few games are versus bottom 16 teams. They have LA at home. They finish out a homestand. LA at home, who's one of the worst teams in the NHL. Then they go on the road and they face teams that are bottom 16 teams that are not, meaning they're not in a playoff spot right now. And this is a type of stretch the Panthers need to jump on. They need a win, and out of 12 of these points, they need to get like 9, like 9 out of 12 when they go on this stretch versus bottom 16 teams. If they can get 9, 10 out of 12 points, firmly put themselves in this race where years past they've been playing catch up. They don't want to do that this year. They don't want to play catch up and be every game until game 82, not knowing if they're going to play in the postseason or not. So that's what they need to do in this stretch. I think this is the most important stretch of the Panthers season right now, is these next 6 games, so 6 or 7 games for bottom 16 teams. And then right after that, you got Toronto again for the Atlantic, and then Columbus, who's right there in the wild card race with them. So these are huge games for the Panthers coming up. This is what proves whether they're a good team or not, or they're just the Panthers of the past. So this right here is something that we should be looking forward to if you're following this Panthers run. The wild card break, the All-Star break is going to be stuck in between there. So it's a long stretch here coming up. Speaking of All-Stars, Jonathan Huberdeau, the Panthers All-Star, became the all-time leading point scorer for the Panthers the other night versus Toronto, which is incredible. He's only 26 years old, and he became the all-time leading point scorer of this franchise. And what's funny is Alexander Barkov is only like 25 points behind for second place now. So, we are seeing the 2 best players arguably in franchise history right now playing for the team. That's exciting. It's an exciting time for the Panthers. So if they can translate this into wins, it'll be really good for them. So yeah, I just want to give you guys an update on the Panthers. And yeah, they're playing Thursday night at home versus the Kings.